Hi everyone, so second video review for this week is for Untrained by Jody Klaire. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or on my blog then there is a link within the post, and this is the video review. So Untrained by Jody Klaire. This is the third book in the Above and Beyond series. I really love this series. It's something different and I really enjoy it, but Untrained was a heartbreaking adventure in this series. It really was. Erin, she's enlisted by Ursula Frey to assist in preventing a group of very special children from becoming victims of a life that Ursula herself was forced to lead, and very traumatic sort of existence. And Erin's suffering the consequences of what she did previously in helping Renee, so it's going to make this mission a lot harder for her. And despite the complication between Erin, Ursula and Renee, because that is definitely there, there's this threat that they might not succeed as well in their mission of rescuing these children. And so they work together, navigating through really what I can only describe as quite a horrendous and terrifying mission, just hoping that they are all going to make it out safely. So like I say, this is the third book in the Above and Beyond series, and it was the most heartbreaking and emotional yet. I absolutely adore this series. Each time we are back with Erin, I love the experience and everything in the story, from Erin's punishments to Ursula's past to the horrid future insight. I was emotional wreck pretty much 70% of the book. I was crying or I was upset by it, but in a good way, because that means I have made an emotional connection with the book, and I love books where you can really deeply emotionally connect, because they're always going to stay with you. And what I love about the Above and Beyond series is just this. I mean you don't have to have read the other books in the series to read this book. You could enjoy it, but you will definitely benefit if you have read the other books in the series, because you will have a better understanding of the characters and what they've all been through, and therefore what the consequences are in book 3. But you can enjoy it just lovely as a standalone as well. But I would definitely recommend reading the rest of the series, because I absolutely adore it. So when it came to this one, Jody's just done such a fantastic job of delivering an emotional adventure, because it was definitely an adventure. It was filled with a real sense of hope despite things looking so dire, and there was a lot of soul searching and learning for the characters, all characters that were mentioned. So I just couldn't help but feel like I was right there in the mission with them. I felt like a part of the team. I felt like I had to be hopeful and help, and I felt like each decision they were making, I had to make it too. And if I didn't make it, then they weren't going to make it. It was so strange in that respect to feel so connected. And you know, my conscience and my morals, they were really tested along with the characters, sort of wondering what the team might do and whether I was on the right path in the sense, whether I was thinking the right thing or not. And there was a lot of questioning, like I say, soul searching in there for the characters, but also like as a reader you were thinking, what would I do? So I really love that, because you feel a part of the story. And they were faced with the most horrendous task. I mean, I don't think they've had horrendous tasks in the previous books in the series, but this one, there was something really horrendous about this one. I think it's because it involved the innocence of children as well. I think that sort of it had quite a dark theme, but Jody's really sensitive with that, and really focused on promoting how wonderful these children were and the potential to succeed when working as a team. That was a big sort of part of this. Everybody's got to work as a team if you're going to succeed at being successful and, you know, taking down the bad guy. Let's face it, it only works with teamwork. So I loved that they support one another even when they don't really know themselves. That's the thing with Erin, and as a character, she sort of was, she felt like she'd lost a part of herself, I suppose, in a way, and so she had to focus. And all these children are the same. They just had great support for one another, and they were learning that from these amazing adults that were teaching them it as well. So at times, you know, I absolutely cringed at the idea of what might come if they didn't succeed, and there were times where I was really worried they might not. And you know, like I say, I was really in the moment with them, really on this journey with them every step of the way. and I was just keeping my fingers crossed, and there were some moments where I was just totally holding my breath, like, oh my god, you've got to get through this. So the one thing though that I will say is there was just this one moment, and I have to mention it because I think if you've read it, you'll know which one I mean, and if you haven't read it, but when you do read it, it's just this part in this chapter, and you're gonna know it. I guarantee you're gonna know it. There are a couple, but this one I think you'll know it, and it just completely choked me up. I was reading it and I was just like, I was a mess. I felt so overwhelmed with emotion, and it was so many emotions. It was quite an experience, and it was just a moment that got me, you know, right in my heart. It really got to me, and I couldn't help but cry and smile at the same time. It was amazing. It was such a great moment, and I think out of everything I've ever read that Jody's ever written so far, that I've read, this was spot on the best moment. It was amazing. It was one of those moments where you just felt amazing for everyone, even though you were still a little bit emotional and sad. But I admire Erin greatly as a character, and after this, seeing even more of her character, and also outside of her comfort zone even more than she normally would be, I really can't wait to see what the future holds in store for her. I'm really excited for the next book in the series, and I'm so glad I already have it on the review schedule. I can't wait to read it. But I highly recommend this book and the series, and you know, the beauty of it, like I say, is if you haven't read the rest of the series, you can still enjoy this one, but I would definitely recommend reading the series. Really get to know Erin. She's a character that you will want to know. She's amazing, and it's just a brilliant series. So I really enjoyed book 3, Untrained Eye. I hope you will too, so I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy. If you're on YouTube, it will be in the description below, and if you're on Facebook on my blog, obviously it will be in there as well. So I really do hope you'll go and grab a copy of the book. If you've read Untrained Eye by Jody Klaire, please get in touch, please comment below, get involved, let me know what you thought of the book. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on it, on the series, on Erin, on this particular story, anything, comment below, let me know. If you haven't read Untrained Eye yet, but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you're now really interested in Untrained Eye or the Above and Beyond series, again, please comment below, because it's always great to hear what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you have a great experience, and I hope you really love it. Bye.